A good Sunday to you all. It is time for another BFF. 'Tis a Bible fun fact. This one is flippin' cool. Oh my God, I love this one. We're gonna rage on to the back of the Bible here this time, to Revelation, known for being the scary book of prophecy of the end and whatnot. But there is one silver, or rather I should say golden lining to this book, in that we get a glimpse of what heaven is going to look like. And that is where we're going to focus today. Flip on over to Revelation chapter 21. A new heaven and a new earth. It's going to be glorious. And we're going to go over to verse 18. Wait for it. Wait for it. Here we go. So in verse 18, it talks about all the precious gems and stones that heaven is going to be made up of. Here's the thing. This is an NIV Bible. So that means it's going to change the names a little bit, because who in the world can say sardonyx, right? So what I'm going to do, we'll close this over here. I did some research on what the actual scientific names of each of these stones is going to be, and I will read them out here to you. The reason we need this to be scientific is because of the fun fact. And this is also what is used in original Bible texts that aren't translated into NIV. So we've got jasper, sapphire, which makes me so happy because sapphire is my favorite. Oh my God, I love it. To my future husband, do not buy me a diamond ring. I want a sapphire ring, specifically this one, but I haven't thought too much about it. Chalcedony, emerald, sardonyx, sardius, chrysolite, beryl, topaz, chrysoprasus, jacinth, amethyst. So those are the precious stones that are going to make up the foundation of heaven. Well, what does that matter? They're all pretty, they all look cool, but we know God. We know better than that. Everything has meaning in this book. To understand our fun fact, we need a little bit of a geology lesson. Don't worry, I won't go too technical. Every single rock on the face of the earth falls into one of two categories. They are either isotropic or anisotropic. What on earth does that even mean? What it means is when you take a small sliver of that rock and you put it under a really powerful microscope, and then you shine direct, pure light onto that sliver, what happens? Basically, with isotropic rocks, when you shine that light, they lose all color. Regardless of what the color started as, they go black and white, or they just look like a lump of coal. Not very pretty, not very nice. Diamonds are isotropic, ladies. And effectively what's happening is when you shine that light into that rock, it either bounces around or it stays still. In isotropic rocks, it stays still, thus negating color. In anisotropic rocks, the light bounces around like crazy and creates every color in the rainbow. And every single way you twist or turn that little sliver of rock, it's going to show new colors in a new pattern. Basically, it's the rock version of a kaleidoscope. Let's refer back to those 12 rocks that are going to make up the foundations of heaven. All of those are anisotropic. So that means when you walk into heaven, well, God is pure light, no? Heaven is not going to be this static layered thing of, blue and purple and green and all this. No, it is going to be the most fantastic rainbow kaleidoscope of you can't even imagine. And every time you take a step, it's going to change. It's going to be utterly brilliant. So here's the important question you should ask yourself. John wrote down the book of Revelation and these 12 stones 2,000 years before we were able to discover isotropic and anisotropic rocks. How did he know? Personally, I think it's because God told him what to write and God knows everything, so it just kind of worked out. But there's your BFF for this Sunday.